It's Podraza. I'm not making any of this up. It's Pat. Somebody took the photos off my phone again. It is not the young man who fixed the laptop to the TV. He is no way part of the problem. I needed it operating. Somebody is part of that problem, and I have email sent to you and addendums on it in terms of having read it again and some comments. One at 9:32 a.m. This is for you for perusal later. One at 9:52, 9:56, 10:03, and that is it. All important from perspective. I don't know why they're doing this, and I know that there's a problem. It takes time for me redoing those photos. And I don't know about the situation, whether you have them, but that is discussion for when you are able to get back to me again on this. And I am not against your time with your patients, etc. But it is imminent that we deal with those issues that are on these emails, and it's major, just in terms, not just in terms of major importance. You have a beautiful day. You should read that. I'm going to forget the pictures right at this point in time. The male has to understand the situation in the first place, but should you need me to redo those again, I certainly will. I wanted to keep them anyway. I live in it, so I don't need it. But you have it, and it was important to you and important to me. You have a beautiful day to the both of you. Thank you. I'm glad it's there. I apologize. I know you mentioned 1 p.m. and you've mentioned 10. So I guess we ought to go over that again. You work 10, sometimes to 10, and eat late. And then there was 1 o'clock. Which would you prefer if I have to? I'm leaving you another message on this. There has been, values-wise, no progression by an element. I really don't feel like writing it now. I got to get a few groceries and get in the shower. I've been doing laundry in here, also cleaning, etc., changing sheets. Now, that is part of my day plus cooking. So I need a few items at the grocery store. So I only mentioned the candles. If that is a protection in a way of against satanic cult or anything concerning demonism, I don't mind. I happen to have a white candle, I have a white tablecloth, and do this thing. I've broken 1 or 2 of them. I wish I could find a 7-inch for that cheap amount of money, but I can't. And if I have dinner in here, I'd like to put a tablecloth there, and I do that, and I light the candle at night at that candlelight dinner. So that's the reference on that. I assume you could mean that, but I know there's assumptions otherwise. We can discuss that. I have dealt with the occult. I have a definition of that, and we can discuss that. I don't want anything to do with warlocks and witches or anything like that, and the occult. I literally took interviews where the place is haunted by something evil that's taken place there. I've tried to pray it out of there. You know the situation at Old Orchard. I think I was elevated off the mattress twice, and I had the hardest time remembering, in the name of God, be gone, Satan, and your dominions to hell. That demon, and I feel it was one, literally had so much control, my mind was almost blocked from remembering the prayer. She wouldn't answer me down the hall. I said, have you got a ghost in this place? Is it haunted? She ran down the stairs and never answered. Well, I slept with the door shut. I don't want any stranger in my apartment. No heat. Hi, it's Pat. Podraza, when did you call? Because I never heard the ring on this phone. I'm here. I've been having breakfast, doing laundry. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, out is out of that Nazi mafia. This is my apartment, and I don't want in them. They're haters, and I am not going to be a hooker either. I am not to be part of theirs, under them, because I am the demented. Their theories are crazy to me anyway, in 3 states. I'm right here for the evening. I'd be happy to take your call. He had a physical collapse, and both New Hampshire schools have done well by him. A first school allowed him a year and paid and all of that. A physical collapse due to the hurt from his first marriage, some dates, and I don't know all of it, but he's gone through speed dating and everything. He's trying to have a committed relationship now for long term. He collapsed. He lived with a bunch of guys in houses and ended up doing most of the snow blowing. They ruled out he had to get a new person in there. The stress got him. He ended up with most of the responsibility in a big house where they shared rooms and all of that, a common place for kitchen and all. I finally told him at 40, I think for your stress level, you should try to go forth and try to get yourself a home yourself. And then you can go forward with that as your equity. So that's been a help to him, a bit of the stress. Financially, he works extra stuff on that, and I believe in what he does, working extra stuff. Now, I can explain that. Now, I'm going to tell you, I have been worried all this time because no male stood behind me on any darn thing regarding my health, my cooking, anything, even called me stupid. And my father a stupid farmer. Well, he's no stupid farmer. And boy, we've got the background there, and I have worried about it. I believe in a masseuse to relax the muscles. I believe in his chiropractic care. Now, I'm not so sure I want to hear about any kind of medication given to that kid at all. I took Johnson & Johnson. I don't know whether there is another booster. He's got Merck and Pfizer, I guess. Now, if the doctors got that, I don't know why the doctors didn't have a shot. And if the patients give it to him, I don't know what's going on. He's got a plastic thing. Well, at school, they're not determined whether the kids have it. And I know he's correct. The parents would accuse him of giving it to the kids. That's the way some of the parents are. My son is very conscientious, and I guess I need your opinion on that also. So that is taken care of. The stress is taken off of him. Some Dan Brodsky. I've been fighting with the medical industry for a very long time. I got sick in Massachusetts. So sick from medication and stuff. And at least CMMC has agreed with that. I don't need any of those psychiatric stuff. We're still on that subject. I've been worried about that. So I don't need any other cuckoos telling him what's right and wrong. 11:55, another email priority when you have a chance. Major. And I think it should be done ASAP above anything else that you are dealing with. That is going to relax 2 issues on this, and then as you are able to handle it. This is going on too much when they are entirely wrong. And that is how I view it, and I'm never going to view it any other way. You have a beautiful day. I'm non-mafia. You are. And I don't know about the impact of how I operate. Major importance. And I'm sick of XYs. Excuse me. And everything on this subject matter. I don't believe you are friends with X's at all anyway. There is one other analysis on that film. I try to pay attention. Sometimes I end up dozing due to my health or or I take an hour nap a day. If I sleep longer than that, I've allowed it, or something fell asleep again, it's there. I don't like that. I set an alarm. Dr. Friedman, they allude to once. I don't know anything about that. But he took them individually into his office and spent all night, if necessary, talking one-on-one. I tend to believe in psychotherapy if I had practiced. That is what I agreed with. Group therapy is horrific because you have to know the way I view it, and I've never practiced, never was allowed to get a license, is that you've got to know all of their history and background and watch the interaction. I do not believe in the punishment that they had in there. I would have operated as Dr. Friedman in the beginning in an office individually. Now, if one were in a circle and you watched that, and it was controlled as far as the violence, that might be tolerable only under control of any violence possibility. That, the way it was handled, I do not believe in punishment or any of that stuff. There's one scene, I didn't know whether they put defecation on top of them or whatever, or vomit over somebody's head. Now, I'm not standing up for that punishment stuff at all, under any circumstances at all. I'd be the type to give a star for good behavior on something, like they did in grammar school when I grew up.